Moving around to this side of the project, I've got a corner, an outside corner that I'd like to kind of highlight the anatomy of the hitch girts. So we've got our corner girts. Again, it's an outside corner condition. Corner girts are also used for inside corner conditions, and they've got a laser cut in the girt itself, so it's easily bent on site to match whatever corner you have here. So we've got a 90-degree, pretty basic corner girt. Those run horizontal, and those are going to tie back to our standard girts, right? And that's using, again, girt connectors to tie those together, and then we run catch a clip. So I've positioned my clips in the previous video. I highlighted that, where I've positioned my clips at my corner framing member and then gone to my next nearest framing member, 16-inch on center stud. So I've likely gone 16 inches. On this project, we've got seismic restraints and some strapping and stuff, which sometimes played into me having to skip that stud and get to the next nearest one. So that's where these corner girts being a 6-foot length. So I've got 3 foot each side of the corner to run and catch my next common girt or standard girt. So that's what we've done there. Girt connector, tied that in. And then going from layout, I've got my horizontal first corner girt here, bottom of the wall. I've just used on this project a standard corner girt. Reason for that, again, maybe this is something I'll highlight once we're at the cladding stage. Our starter strip, that's 1 7/8 tall, and then we use our quick string clips to attach that starter. That brings us up about, call it 2 1/4, somewhere in that range. So my elevation here for our cladding is going to be just a hair below that flange. That's why I stuck with the standard corner girt, but we do have an option for an edge corner girt if we needed to keep that down lower. But this actually positions that 2 1/8 wide surface of our girt right in that nice zone there to be able to catch those fasteners. So that's what we have going on there. Maybe while we're down here, I'll jump back into the anatomy of the corner girts here in a second, but while we're down here, I'll just highlight what we've done to conceal the bottom edge of our rock wool insulation. We've used this flashing. I think in the last video I highlighted that. This is kind of it all coming together. So I've got a flashing to capture that underside, so it closes that off. We're well above grade on this corner, but in some areas we're about 6 inches above grade. That prevents any kind of splashing of rainwater, that sort of thing, snowfall, from being wicked up by that mineral wool, rock wool. So I just like that. Just looks like a nice cleaner look as well. That then also services to hold our bug screen, which will at a later date here get wrapped up, looped onto our girts, and then pinched on with the cladding. We also added another drip edge flashing on this project just to clean up, covering up our pour strip on our foundation. Just playing around with our elevation there, we ended up kind of negotiating that a little bit to go a little bit higher. That helps with even the layout. I considered layout of our planks to not end up with like a small rip at the top of the wall. You may not always have that luxury, but thankfully on this project I had that luxury. So that's kind of why we've landed these elevations here. So moving up from there, we've got now bridge girts on our corner condition. So follow along. We've got the standard bridge girt, corner girt, sorry, and then another corner girt. Here we've run about 32-inch on center with that, but our corners or our trim components require 16 on center attachment. And when we get to the 2-piece trims, just like I pointed out at the top of the wall, putting in bridge girts with girt connectors to provide resistance for our termination set. Here, just the same. To be able to pop our 2-piece corner set on, I want to have nice solid backing and somewhere to anchor 16 on center. So that's where I then take an edge girt and we create a bridge girt with that edge girt using girt connectors, tie all that together. So it looks really busy, but it does provide nice rigidity to pop that cap on. So that's sort of the anatomy of a corner. If it was an inside corner, virtually the same thing. Go back to the clips there, make sure you hit solid secure framing or blocking, and then you can bridge across from those corner girts. So there you go. All right, that gets us up to speed on this project. We've got our rock wool in place and our girts. We're about to start cladding. We're likely going to clad this lower portion of the first story and then scaffold up to get up to the second story where we're currently just at the house wrap.